If everyone will find a seat, we'll get underway. We'll, at this moment, call the meeting to order, and I've got some guests to recognize from the governor's office. We have Bailey Williams with us today. Thanks for being here. Jeanette, Nance, Keep Oklahoma Beautiful. Thanks for coming. Denise Crosswhite, thanks for being with us this morning. Bobby Stem, AGC, I always get that backwards. Former Secretary Patterson, thanks for coming. And Lori Peterson from the Rail Association, thanks for coming. At this point, we'll have the Secretary call the roll. We're without voting skills up here electronically, so we're going to vote orally today.
Mr. Coburn.
Present.
Mr. Grimsley.
Here.
Mr. Shannon.
Present.
Mr. Freimiller.
Here.
Mr. Mckown.
Here.
Mr. Dyson.
Here.
Mr. Alexander.
Here.
Mr. LaForge.
Here.
Mr. Peterson.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, we're going to give you the floor for your recommendations and announcements.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. This morning, I'd like to with your acceptance, start the meeting with observing a moment of silence. We were saddened to learn of the passing of ODOT retiree Veldo Goins. He was a longtime bridge engineer and rose to the Assistant Director of Pre-Construction, retired from the Department of Transportation in 2001 after 38 years of meritorious service. Veldo was a structural engineer extraordinaire and a respected bridge expert across the country who designed and inspected bridges all over the state that are used by thousands of Oklahomans every day. He even came out of retirement to help us when the Interstate 40 bridge at Weber's Falls was knocked down by a barge, and was instrumental in putting that back up. He also had a significant role in the sailboat bridge at Grand Lake on US 59, and that bridge is named in his honor as of 2012. So with your permission, Mr. Chairman, at this time I'd like to observe a moment of silence. And if I might, I'd like to make an introduction, and then I'm going to invite Chelley Hilmes to the podium to make an introduction. We have with us this morning Stacia Martin. She is our new personnel attorney, and she's got 17 years of litigation experience and has worked for ODOT for about a year, primarily focused on the property law and the legalities there. Stacia, if you'd stand up. We're glad to have her on the team as our personnel attorneys. Chelley, if you would.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Chairman and members of the Commission. I am pleased to announce Scott Lang as the new Human Resources Division Manager. Scott brings more than 34 years of human resources experience to the department. Scott began his career with ODOT in the training branch in 2014. He started with the state in 1994 at the Merit Protection Commission and has 26 years of state human resources experience with 5 different agencies. Prior to ODOT, he worked for Tourism and Recreation Department as their Human Resources Director. And Scott received his Bachelor's of Arts from the University of Nebraska in 1983. He is a certified mediator and a senior discrimination complaint investigator, as well as a certified personnel professional. Scott and his wife Lori have 2 sons and 5 grandsons. Please congratulate him in his new role.
Mr. Chairman, the department has received a very prestigious award from Keep America Beautiful, and we are so proud of our partnership with their affiliate Keep Oklahoma Beautiful. And if I might, I'd like to invite Miss Jeanette Nance to the podium to talk a little bit about this award and the partnership that we help them with.
Morning. Thank you, Secretary Gatz. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, I am pleased to be here again. This really is one of my favorite things to get to do. Today is the first week marking the Great American Cleanup in Oklahoma and our partnership with the Department of Transportation. They helped us ship out 128 of our supply orders last week, and we will ship probably 200 more orders to all the districts again in mid-March, probably March 19th. We want to look forward with a 2020 vision by looking back at 2019's numbers and why this partnership with you all is so significant. Your help in delivering and that partnership of getting supplies to all 77 counties has helped us as the Keep America Beautiful affiliate and the Department of Transportation both be recognized by Keep America Beautiful for having 77 county participation, which means at least one community in every one of our 77 counties has participated in the Great American Cleanup, cleaning roadsides for the state of Oklahoma. So I think that's very significant, and we could not do it without the partnership that delivers those supplies statewide. In 2019, 4,029,037 pounds of trash were collected, and those are only the numbers that were reported back to us. So that's probably not an accurate number, and it was only for 3 months from March to May. But that's what our volunteers do with the supplies you help us deliver. 2,050 plus miles were cleared. 13,000 flowers were planted. All of this was done by more than 42,000 volunteers.
As Oklahoma people, we appreciate what our state looks like from your efforts, and immensely.
Oh, thank you so much. I know that my volunteers are passionate about what they do for their communities. I know that many of my affiliates, one who is among you, or was when he was with Muskogee, they really love what they do, and they love that we are able to provide those free supplies and utilize volunteers to defray those government costs. So we certainly appreciate the Department of Transportation, and thank you for your partnership. And this is the Keep America Beautiful Award. This is your 9th national recognition and your 5th consecutive recognition.
Mr. Chairman, if I come down and get a picture taken? Big step. Mr. Chairman, and I want to emphasize the significance, and Oklahoma is one of the few states that has participation in all 77 counties, and really want to thank Jeanette and Keep Oklahoma Beautiful for everything they do to help us keep the right-of-ways looking nice. So that was a very prestigious award. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to all the people in the Highway Department for helping make this happen. At this point, item number 28 is approval of the minutes of the last commission meeting. Do I hear a motion for approval?
Move for approval.
Second. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Is that sufficient?
I'll call the row.
Huh?
I'll
Oh,
just call the
okay.
row. It's, Mr. Coburn.
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley.
Yes.
Mr. Shannon.
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller.
Yes.
Mr. McKown.
Yes.
Mr. Dyson.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Mr. LaForge.
Yes.
The consent docket contains items 20, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. These items were discussed in detail in committee meetings. If there's any commissioners that would like to pull an individual item out of the discussion, he may do so at this time.
Mr. Chairman, item number 30, in the consent docket, there was a Scribner's error in the summary for item 30. It should have read A through G. Inadvertently, F and G were not included, but they are included in the full packet.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
Move for approval on the consent agenda.
Do I hear a
Second.
second? All in favor? Oh, I see. Roll call.
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley.
Yes.
Mr. Shannon.
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller.
Yes.
Mr. McKown.
Yes.
Mr. Dyson.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Mr. LaForge.
Yes.
Item number 34 is engineering contract supplements by Mr. Tegeler.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. Item 34, my engineering contract supplements. I have just one this month. This is a statewide, all districts are on-demand engineering services for ADA improvements. We've selected 6 firms to provide these improvements. They are Atkins North America, Cabinets Engineering, EST, Kimley Horn and Associates, MacArthur Associated Consultants, and Smith Roberts Boulderschweiler. The total aggregate increase for the supplement contracts is $1,500,000. Approval is recommended, and I'll answer any questions if you have any.
Do I hear a motion for approval?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Coburn.
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley.
Yes.
Mr. Shannon.
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller.
Yes.
Mr. McKown.
Yes.
Mr. Dyson.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Mr. LaForge.
Yes.
Item number 35 is change orders with cumulative totals of less than $75,000.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Secretary, members of the commission, I would like to present items number 35, parts A through S. These are the change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of change orders of $75,000 or less. This item is presented for your information only and no action is necessary. I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Any questions? Change orders greater than $75,000.
Item number 36, parts A through double H. These are the change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of change orders greater than $75,000. Your approval is recommended, and I would be glad to answer any questions.
Are there any questions? Do I hear a motion for approval?
Move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Coburn.
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley.
Yes.
Mr. Shannon.
Yes.
Mr. Frymiller.
Yes.
Mr. McKown.
Yes.
Mr. Dyson.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Mr. LaForge.
Yes.
Item number 37 is the proposed bid openings. Mr. Hackney, you're recognized to present.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Item number 37 consists of the final May 2020, the tentative June and July of 2020 proposed bid openings. The department recommends approval.
Are there any questions? Do I hear a motion for approval?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Delce, item number 38, you're recognized to present the item number 38 awards.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, good morning. Item 38 were our recommendations for award. I bring this to you in two parts this morning. Part A is a deferral from the January 16th bid opening. The following item from that January bid opening, referred to by call order, was deferred at the February 3rd, 2020 commission meeting. It is now recommended that this item be awarded to the low bidder. Now it's call order 330. Part B is our recommendations from the February 20th bid opening. It is recommended that the following items from the February bid opening referred to by call order be awarded. That's call orders 405, 410, 415, 420, 435, 440, 455, 460, 465, 470, 475, 480, 485, 500, 515, 525, 530, 540, 545, 555, 560, 565, 575, 580, 600, 605, 615, 617, 625, 637, 640, 655, and 660. It is recommended that the following items from that bid opening referred to by call order be rejected. And that's call orders 430, 630, and 635. It is recommended that the decision regarding either award or rejection of the following items from the February 20th bid opening referred to by call order be deferred in accordance with state statutes until the next regularly scheduled commission meeting on April 6th of this year, and that's call orders 425 and 585. This concludes the recommendations for award, and your approval is requested.
Do I hear a motion for approval?
So moved.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley?
Yes.
Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.
At this point, we'll have the director's report.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I want to thank you this morning for your consideration of some of the Transportation Alternatives Program projects that are focused on sidewalks and trails in 3 communities. The investment in mobility for our bicyclists and pedestrians out there is really important for Oklahoma. And also, when you're talking about sidewalks, many times those sidewalks are adjacent to the highway system. And those improvements not only help with pedestrian access, they help communities meet the Americans with Disabilities Act requirements. And that, in turn, facilitates our ability to maintain the highway system through that community at a better state of condition. So that, appreciate your consideration and approval. We've got some upcoming work that I would call your attention to in the I-40 corridor in the Delce City area. We will be resurfacing Interstate 40 between the Fort Smith Junction and Sooner Road beginning later this month. And that work is a precursor to a major bridge project that we hope to bring to the Commission for consideration next month. That project will construct new I-40 bridges over Southeast 15th Street, Crutcho Creek, and Sooner Road. And if you consider that those bridges have been a major condition issue in the Interstate 40 corridor in the Oklahoma City area for many, many years. The decks on those bridges are deteriorated. They're not in good structural condition. So many times we have to disrupt traffic and go in and do emergency repairs on those structures. So we're really excited to move forward a project that will implement permanent improvements at those locations. Extremely vital corridor for Oklahoma and the nation, and absolutely serves as direct access for Tinker Air Force Base and other businesses and communities along that route. As you see over to the left here, we are in the process of putting up some new welcome signs around the state of Oklahoma. The updated welcome signs have been recently installed at some of the major border crossings around the state. We've been working closely with the Lieutenant Governor on his branding initiative and worked pretty hard to make those signs happen and get that initiative moving forward. The Federal Highway Administration has opened up their infra grant program, discretionary grant program. The department has the ability to apply for 3 of those grants across the state, which we have taken advantage of. One of those projects is the US 81 realignment in the Chickasha area. That project will facilitate truck traffic around the community of Chickasha. Right now, truck traffic on Highway 81 has to go through town. That can be very disruptive, and it's very difficult for trucks to negotiate some of the turning movements through Chickasha. The second project is Interstate 44 and US 75 interchange in Tulsa. That interchange is functionally obsolete. It doesn't move traffic very well. It is a focal point for the department, and it is the Interstate 44 there west of the Arkansas River is one of our oldest sections of interstate that we have on the highway system. It's on the route of the original Chelley bypass, and it has capacity issues and also geometry and ingress and egress issues. So we're excited to have submitted that project. And then the third project that we submitted was Interstate 40 in Douglas Boulevard. That project would improve the interchange at Douglas Boulevard and the Interstate 40 route between Douglas and the Interstate 40 I-240 interchange on the east. That project is a key component of an improvement that really needs to be done from the Fort Smith Junction out here, where we're about to replace the 3 bridges, extending east past the Tinker Air Force Base and then connecting to this Douglas Boulevard project. So again, that's another critical infrastructure piece. We're happy to have our application supported by the congressional delegation, and we're hopeful and optimistic for this round. USDOT also just announced the availability of build grants, which is another discretionary grant program that comes through the federal government and encompasses all modes of transportation. We'll be working towards trying to get some applications prepared for that program also. The transit plan and survey, as a matter of update, the survey comes to a close this month, and we also have one additional meeting in Woodward scheduled for March the 12th. That is a meeting of transit providers, a regional meeting, and the survey can still be found on oktransitplan.org, and we continue to work closely with the Oklahoma Transit Association to keep the legislature updated on our progress. The legislation that brought us the Office of Mobility and Public Transit had a deadline for the creation of this plan of July 1. That would have been extremely difficult, if not impossible, for us to meet. There's a piece of legislation moving now over in the legislature to extend that deadline to the end of this calendar year. And I wanted to acknowledge Governor Stitt in his State of the State address. He talked about the department's partnership with other agencies and communities and thanked us for the work that we did in assisting with the devastating floods and some of the things that went on around that time period in Oklahoma. And he also recognized our significant progress on structurally deficient bridges, moving from one of the worst rankings for bridge infrastructure in the country to now approaching one of the best. We are continuing to work on our structurally deficient bridge issue. Right now, we've got 132, as was reported in 2019. Bridge Division and the folks are putting together our report for 2020. That will go in the middle of this month, and we'll get the national results later this summer. If everything goes as I hope, I think we may break into the top 10 this year. We should be well into double digits rather than triple digits. As we get better and better with our bridge infrastructure, it's important that we not lose sight of the fact that we have to continue to invest in that infrastructure all across the state, because as we sit here today, we've got more than 1,000 bridges out on the highway system that are 80 years old or older. So we are not done. We've got to continue to be diligent and continue to work. We've got a goal of being 1% or less by the end of this calendar year, which I'm optimistic that we'll make. But we will have to continue our focus and our efforts in order to keep that infrastructure in good condition and continue to replace bridges that are on the verge of or become structurally deficient. With that said, we also are working on pavement condition and our rural two-lane highways that have deficient shoulders. Both of those initiatives are important for Oklahoma's future, and we're going to make progress in the context of the 8-year construction work plan going forward. With that, Mr. Chairman, I would be happy to answer any questions that any of the commissioners may have of me.
No questions. Thank you. Any other comments from the commission? Do I hear a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Coburn?
Yes.
Mr. Grimsley? Mr. Shannon?
Yes.
Mr. Freimiller?
Yes.
Mr. McCown?
Yes.
Mr. Dyson?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. LaForge?
Yes.